probably the biggest accomplishment I had here so far.
How did you find out?
We had a team vote Saturday in the team room, and coach went and tallied up the votes, came back and announced the captains.
Were you surprised? It's been a few years since there was a junior captain.
I was surprised. You know, I was kind of, like I said, I was speechless. You know, it still ain't hit me yet.
Devin, Ben was saying that, you know, guys are taking more ownership. Jim Harbaugh was mentioning, you know, a lot of players kind of emerging. And Tyree told me of like a players-only meeting. What was like that whole process of that you guys kind of just, you know, taking more ownership of the team?
Coach was like, you know, it's our team. You know, coach, players play, and you know, when it all comes down to, you know, game day, we gonna be on that field, not coach. So I mean, we had to take it upon ourselves, you know, to all get on the same page.
What was that players-only meeting like?
It was just a lot about, you know, accountability. You know, let's not leave any regrets this year. You know, let's not be the team that said we shoulda, coulda, or woulda.
Tyree mentioned that, you know, that you guys had mentioned concerns. He called them in-house. I mean, did you have any, you know, personal concerns coming into this year in terms of leadership and ownership?
Not as much, but I know what Tyree's talking about. And I was just things about, like I said, people just being accountable. You know, people having to grow up and be mature.
A lot of times you only see senior captains. Your thoughts about being a junior and reaching that level?
It means everything. Probably, like I said, my biggest accomplishment here, and I think that's something that'll stick with me forever.
Is there a captain that you've had here before that you'll pull from and try to lead like that?
Mike McCray, probably be the guy named. You know, the guy I modeled my game about. I learned a lot from and played with, you know, a whole year. So I mean, that'd probably be the guy.
What did he do in terms of leadership that you liked?
He was a guy, man. He didn't do too much talking. He wasn't that talkative guy. You know, when you hear captain, you hear a guy that always, you know, is being vocal, being heard. You know, he's a guy that leads by example more than he talks.
What advice has he given you? Because I know he's in the building.
And man, Mike's here and they give me tips, and you know, Mike, like I said, Mike doesn't do too much talking, but if he sees something, you know, he'll address it. He'll pull me to the side.
I guess I meant of being captain.
Of being captain,
role, yeah.
Just be you. You know, I mean, why change anything? If you was let the captain be who you was, why would you change?
Devin, you mentioned coach kind of encouraging you guys to take more ownership. Is that different than the previous couple of years under Coach Harbaugh?
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, just being, you know, just being those people on the team, be able to talk to the team. You know, coaches can talk all day, and people are used to coaches talking all day. So hearing it from a person of your peer, you know, I think it really hits your head more than a coach would.
There are those pictures out there, the before and after pictures, and you're one of them.
Yeah.
Do you kind of look at those and think, you know, wow yourself that you've come a ways?
Yeah, I didn't even know I looked like that in my before picture. So, you know, seeing the after picture, it gives you more confidence, honestly. You know, I give big thanks to Coach Herb and his staff for that.
You obviously go way back with Devin Gill. How much has he progressed from when you played high school ball with him to this point?
He got a lot more better in the scheme, and you know, he's playing at a high level right now, and he's doing a great job running pass and blitzing. So his blitzing got a lot better actually, and his pass rush got a lot better.
Watching Notre Dame so far, what numbers or names pop out at you on offense that you're going to have to respect?
Obviously, Bush, the quarterback. You know, he's a guy they go through. You know, he's the offense, and everything goes through him. So we stop him, we stop the whole offense.
Who do you see stepping up at receiver with Tariq out?
I like Nico Collins.
How come?
He's a deep threat. He a big 6'5", he big 6'5" guy, high point the ball. He got speed and he can do it all.
In what ways could this defense be better than last year's defense?
Maturity, you know, experience. We all come back. We lost Mike McCray, we lost Mo Hurst, and you know, just all being with each other last year. You know, we all know what to expect now. You know, everybody was young last year. Everybody was just learning out as they was going. So coming back, everybody knows what to expect, and everybody's on the same page.
Devin, with that said, how much of that was part of the conversation when you guys were talking about leadership and ownership? Without, you know, Mo obviously was a big factor here. How much of that, Mike McCray, how much of that was a factor when you guys were talking about?
That was a big factor, but that was something that was addressed, I probably want to say in December. You know, once the bowl game, you know, happened, it was over. We all knew, you know, what we had to do, you know, to go into next year to be better than we was that
being from South Florida, I know Notre Dame has a lot of history with specifically Miami. I don't know how much you watched them growing up, but do you have that same kind of animosity that a lot of other South Floridians have?
Just to go in the South Bend, somewhere I've never been before. And you hear about touchdown Jesus and things like that. You know, just going into a whole nother atmosphere. You know, you always excited, and you know, I just can't wait till Saturday.
How much trouble do you think Zach Gentry will be able to give defenses this year?
A lot of guys don't know, but he's fast to be as tall as he is, and he can go get that rock.
Devin, what was your reaction when you heard about Tariq?
Tariq, man, that was heartbreaking. You know, a guy that got hurt last year, and sat out a whole season. You know, worked his butt off the whole off season. You know, extra therapy, extra weights, and just to get hurt, 6 days before the game, man, you kind of just feel for him. It's kind of hard just to, look him in his face and tell him everything's gonna be all right, and keep your head up. It's hard.
It was during a scrimmage, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was, but I think it was during honestly just him running routes.
Okay.
Devin, where have you seen this offense improve? I mean, how much closer is it to closing the gap with where the defense is in the bar?
They've grown a lot as a unit, sticking together and, being on that same page. And I want to say Ben Bredesen was a huge asset to that. Shea coming in and being the person he is, he also created that bond. And I think the offense this year is just a lot closer and a lot more on the same page than it was last year.
How much does that help the defense if your
A
offense
lot.
is better?
It gives you more confidence. It makes you more like, okay, we get to the ball, man. We go out some work.
Devin, is there any pressure? I know we asked you guys last year about the defense and everything. Going to Notre Dame, night game, I mean, is there a different level of pressure for the defense?
Not as much. Not really. Like I said, we all been there. We all played the whole season. We all been in those big time games, and we know what to expect.
How would you say Coach Harbaugh has evolved as a coach since you've been here?
As a coach?
Yeah. More of a player's coach, does it seem like?
He's always been a player's coach, but he's doing something different than he was my freshman year.
Anything in particular?
Like we get music during practice. For our freshman sophomore year, we ain't really play music like that during practice.
Tom Brown said this may be the fastest defense he's been around. Is it? A couple more for Devin. How fast is it?
Fast. Everybody. I mean, when you got your D lineman running 4.5s, everybody fast. So yeah, it's really fast. Everybody fast.
Is that a product of the work with Ben Herbert, or is that just?
I don't know. I think it just happened. I think everybody just so happened to be fast. For real. I don't know.
Are you excited to hit somebody that's not a teammate?
Yeah, I'm tired of going against Ben every practice. I'm tired of hitting everybody that I know. Been looking at them in the locker room. I'm tired. I want to hit somebody else.
How many times do you estimate? I mean, I'm sure you guys just go up against each other, weeks through camp. I mean, how many times can you even estimate it?
Nah, I can't even count.
I mean, one-on-one collisions we've been
Just too many. Honestly, I'm tired of hitting him.
What are the differences between Josh Ross and Devin Gill?
Josh Ross and Devin Gill, the differences, you said?
Yeah.
I want to say J. Ross. J. Ross got a heavy head. He a big run stop guy. He got real good in the pass game though. And Devin Gill, he run fit too. He a pass guy more. He more of like a finesse guy. J. Ross is more of a group. I'm gonna use my force against you. So.
Have they both done? I mean, because that was a position of question. It seems like they both are where they want to be.
Yeah, they both had a tremendous camp, and they both grown a lot from what they was last year. So I'm just happy to see where they at now. I'm very proud of them.
Ross working at both Mike and Will, that was something you did your freshman year. What sort of advice did you give him? What's the difficulty of doing that?
It's difficult, learning two positions, and Mike, you have to talk a lot more than you do a Will, and you have to know a lot more. So him learning Mike and learning Will only make him better, as a player going forward.
What's your leadership style as a captain like? How are you?
I'm more of like a positive leader, I guess. Like not saying like I'm negative, but like saying as in the fact that I'm always smiling. You know, I'm always a guy with energy. I won't ever be somebody I'm not, or depending on my mood, come out and change. You know, I'm always be the same person. I'm always smiling, always laughing, always want to have a good time. And, you know, I'm gonna lead by example. And if I feel like I have to say something, I won't bite my tongue and say it.
Devin, I think you talked about taking ownership of the team, players taking ownership of the team. How has Harbaugh dealt with that? How has he changed this offseason and dealt with you guys?
I don't know. I don't really know on that one.
Is he more receptive, more open to things?
He always, that's what I'm saying, like, he always kind of been open. Okay. He always listened. So, I mean, he ain't really changed too much.
All right. Thank you for the time. We're going to keep that.